Welcome to the 9th episode of PluginIndia Show. I'm Amit and I'm recording from my home today.
And I'm Rafe and I'm at the PluginIndia studio. Amit and I are both staying indoors and we are both staying safe. We are trying to get this content to you so that you can also stay indoors and watch this video safely.
This and all the previous episodes of PluginIndia Show are brought to you by our amazing Patreon and YouTube channel members. By supporting us, you help us keep the show independent. This in turn helps us create neutral EV industry analysis for you guys.
Also, by supporting us on Patreon and by becoming a YouTube channel member, you guys will get access to our Discord server. Now, using this server, you can interact directly with the PluginIndia team members as the shows are being made, as the reviews are being done on a day-to-day basis. So go ahead and sponsor us on Patreon and join our YouTube community channel.
So Rafael, let's start talking about the Bajaj Chetak team who released some how-to-guide videos educating us on some interesting features about the Chetak. And also we will talk about deliveries which are making a lot of people unhappy.
Oops!
So moving on to the Indian EV news section to the first news item. It is about the Chetak team that has created some educational videos on their YouTube channel. These small length videos are interesting and show individual features of the Chetak that will help owners use the scooter better.
In one of the videos, we get to see how you can pair the key fob with the Bajaj Chetak. There are two key fobs and each of them needs to be paired with the Chetak. It seems that these are using Bluetooth to work. The advantage of having the key fob paired with the scooter is that you can even open up the charging unit without removing the keys from your pocket, just by having the key fob in your pocket. Others who do not have the key fob, however, will not be able to tamper with your charger.
This is so cool. You know, the user need not purchase another metal box or even a lock to safeguard the home charge point. I really like what the Chetak guys are doing in providing tech-focused solutions to simple problems.
There is another video in which they show you how to pair the mobile app with the Bajaj Chetak. There is an easy QR code which you can scan. You don't need to enter in the VIN number and your Chetak is paired with the mobile app.
So we spoke to the Chetak team and they have delivered the first few Chetaks in Pune and Bengaluru. As you can see from these photos, we already have customers who own Chetak and are using it.
So we asked a few people at Chetak about the delay in deliveries of the Chetak, and they told us that right now, because of the global pandemic situation, the deliveries have been pushed back to September. Please watch Kamlesh's episode PluginIndia Musings to know more about this. The link is given in the description below. So regarding communication about deliveries and various product related information, some people have been getting emails, some people haven't been. We feel that some people who are busy, businessmen or older people, they may not be checking their emails. And we feel that Bajaj, because of the iconic brand that they have, the Chetak, because of the close emotional connection that people have, they should have more than just a cold email. Maybe just call them up personally and let them know about the situation and what's going on with their delivery.
Anyways, once this pandemic allows us to get back to normal life, we hope Bajaj resolves the delivery issues and improves on their communication. If you have booked the Chetak and have no news about your delivery timelines, do write in your experience in the comments below. And if you have received your Chetak, do share your experiences and send us your photos and we shall showcase them on the I Have the Power section. On to the second news item. There is this new initiative that has been there about the National Highway for Electric Vehicles, who are creating working prototypes to create electric highways in India.
The Ministry of Power has marked 12 highways for this initiative, and by the end of the year they should be completely electrified. The NHEV is starting off with the first route, which is Delhi-Agra, and the second route, which is Delhi-Jaipur. The purpose of doing this is to make sure that we have international standard infrastructure all along our highways. This includes charging stations, breakdown services for EVs. They also have financing models for cab operators to incentivize them to use EVs in the corridors. They are enabling easy payment options for EV drivers. Also an online interface for charge point operators. It looks like this project is looking to create an entire EV ecosystem for all EV owners which are going to use the national highways.
Also, if you look at the partnerships, they have all the big names in the EV space as partners for this project. There is Delta, Tritium looks like will supply the charging stations. You have eTrio, who we assume will supply conversion kits for cars. Then you have electric car fleet firms like Lithium and BlueSmart.
So we've reached out to BlueSmart to find out what their role was, and they said that they have an MOU with NHEV and they are the official fleet partner for this project. There is also no information on the timeline and status of this work. We reached out to NHEV and they haven't replied to our queries as yet.
We wish the NHEV team the best and we hope we will get an opportunity to travel on these electrified highways very soon. So moving on to the third news item, a Hyderabad-based startup Cellestial E-Mobility has rolled out its first electric tractor, which is a prototype. This tractor will have the same power as a diesel tractor, and here is the kicker. The sticker price will be lesser than a diesel tractor. Let's watch this video and enjoy the sounds of the electric tractor.
Wow, Amit, it is amazing to see an electric tractor in action. It seems so nimble and agile in its operation.
This startup is created by our very good friend Mr. Syed Mubashir, who joined us in our 2016 electric car rally with his modified Reva electric car with lithium batteries. He calls this car Polly.
So Polly seemed to be an extraordinary car. It was so nimble and agile, and it was weaving between the traffic, and it was even able to take the ghats so well, overtaking heavier vehicles. And to top it all off, it seemed to have much more range than our E2Os at that point in time. So it was a real joy to watch that car perform. So we were very impressed looking at this electric tractor, and we asked Sayajji about the power of this electric tractor and how it would compare to its diesel counterparts, whether it would be able to perform equally or better in the rough off-road conditions that these tractors have to handle. Let's listen to his reply.
The answer to the question whether an electrical propulsion can deliver good performance in rough road conditions like that of a diesel tractor, the answer is yes, it can. If you look at several applications which run electrically, like compressors and lifts, which have a sort of a slightly slower speed but consistent torque, something similar to that has to be delivered from an electrical tractor.
So we asked Sayedji about how the cost of an electric tractor is cheaper than an equivalent diesel tractor, and how did he achieve that? Let's listen to his reply.
To the question about how the cost of an electric tractor could be cheaper than an equivalent diesel powered vehicle, I believe that if we could get the recipe of the electric propulsion system that we want to put together in arriving at the performance equivalence of a diesel tractor, then it's a high possibility to get there. There are several ways to do it. One of the ways is probably see if we could have a modular approach to the fuel tank, which in this case is the battery, and also see if the battery could be an external to the overall cost of the vehicle. Third thing is how you can probably give different mileage or performance metrics in the ownership or the operation of the tractor itself.
The startup started its operations in May of last year, and they got some fundings from a Singapore-based angel investor. Now they are looking to get some $6 to $8 million more in funding so that they can start production. And they are also looking to make commercial vehicles.
This is brilliant stuff. We are excited by the developments from Sayedji's firm, and hopefully we can get this electric tractor for a demo very soon. We wish them all the best.
Hero Motor Corp is developing the Maestro electric scooter. There was no quote and no commitment from the company, and yet this speculative nonsense goes on. Hero Motor Corp only cares about dumping more pollution motorbikes on our roads and increasing their portfolio. They have announced nothing about EVs, and neither have they acted to help clean up the air in our cities. LiveMint says The biggest challenge for mass adoption of electric vehicles in India is price. So, first it was charging infrastructure and now it's price. These sensational EV pieces keep coming. The biggest challenge for mass adoption is actually getting every ICE vehicle manufacturer on board. Let every ICE manufacturer have 2 to 3 options in their portfolio and a willingness to sell the EVs that they have at their dealerships and then see EVs take off. Mahindra Electric is apparently looking to export electric vehicle drivetrains abroad. Hey Mahindra, it's 2020 and you still don't have a decent competitive EV in the Indian market besides the e-Verito. Where's the e-KUV? You killed off the E2O, you killed off the E2O Plus, and now you don't have any options for Indian consumers. How about having some focus for India before you set your sights abroad? Or have you forgotten what happened with the E2O in UK? Maruti, the leading ICE car maker in India, says India's not ready for EVs yet. Okay, so Hyundai has sold out all of its Kona units in India and new buyers have to wait 6 months before they can get their hands on one. Also, Indian consumers have pre-ordered 2,500 units of the MG ZS EV. Also, Tata has unveiled its entire long-term strategy for its electric lineup, including 600 plus DC fast charging stations across India. And yet, Maruti is laboring under the delusion that Indians aren't ready for EVs. I guess all that exhaust smoke from the terrible pollution cars is making them high. Good for them. They'll realize the competition has left them far behind only after the smoke clears, by which time it'll likely be too late.
Can you believe the attitude of Maruti Suzuki? Here is a company that sells lakhs of cars and cannot even offer one electric car option to help our cities and the country. I think we should just stop patronizing this dangerous company that only cares about profits rather than being helpful to the society.
So if you know someone at Maruti, do tell them that these excuses for not offering even a single electric car to any of us is not acceptable. Write in our comments below, let us know what you have done, who you have communicated to, and what response you got.
Now we're moving on to our EV Twitter World section, and this tweet is by Motor Octane, which is a large auto website and a YouTube channel with about 1 million subscribers. They mostly create content around pollution vehicles, and looks like they had a project with MG Motors to drive the MG ZS EV from Mumbai to Delhi. And the tweet says, "Look how far we've come. We've made our way from Mumbai to Delhi in the shortest time possible, 49 hours in the MG ZS EV."
It's very cool to see that they've actually showcased an electric vehicle which can do highway trips with no major hassles.
So our social media team retweeted that tweet and they sent us a reply which says, "Thank you for the kind words. We believe EV is the present. The only thing stopping us from doing this was us only."
That is good to hear, Amit. It's good to see that these major auto publications are promoting electric vehicles in this manner. Usually we have observed that these large publications portray EVs in a negative light, like making fun of our E2Os and electric scooters and calling them toys, etc. But now with quality electric vehicles coming out, these major publications have to eat their own words and they have to accept that electric vehicles are the present, that they are good for 99% of the population and most of the usage scenarios.
So yes, these large auto magazines will have some influence and do control the narrative. So if they give a push for EVs, it will definitely be good for the EV movement. So moving on to the second tweet from ChargeGrid, which announces Street Lights EV Charger. This is what the tweet said. First time in India, ChargeGrid in association with HPCL announces the launch of energy efficient street lights combined with EV charging points. With this, we are ready to build a dense and convenient EV charging infrastructure at low cost with less clutter.
ChargeGrid is a Navi Mumbai based company and they have these charge boxes with app based payment method. There is a Revolt motorcycle owner who used ChargeGrid in Navi Mumbai and we covered him last month in a real life EV story section. The street light charger has an IEC 60309 type socket, and it can charge Tata Tigor and Mahindra E2Os. So they also have an option for a type 2 socket so that you can charge cars like the Hyundai Kona. But it does not have a 3-pin connector so that two-wheelers cannot be charged. For two-wheeler charging, we can use an adapter cord which will have a 3-pin outlet, and then you can charge the two-wheelers.
So we also asked ChargeGrid if there are any public locations where we can find these ChargeGrid stations, and Mr. Maxine Lewis from Magenta Power said that they have a soft order from HPCL and will be installing it at several petrol pumps. In parallel, they are hoping to work with government agencies and smart cities to incorporate this.
That is fantastic. A street light integrated charging unit will solve two problems in one go: parking as well as charging.
We wish the team at ChargeGrid best of luck. So the next tweet is from Mr. Rahul Sharma, who is the founder of Revolt Motors, and he tweeted, "Hyderabad, you showed us what chock-a-block looks like. We feel heartened with the tremendous show of affection you displayed at the Jubilee Hills hub today, and we cannot wait to meet you at the customer meet at Jubilee Hills International Center, Hyderabad at 4:30 p.m. today."
So we're very, very happy to see Revolt expand so fast. The experience center kind of model hits the nail on the head. It's a great way to introduce people to a new concept if they are new to it, or to increase the level of awareness and excitement among people who already love electric motorcycles. We experienced the same thing when we went to the Pune hub, and we actually rode the Revolt motorcycle and we totally enjoyed it.
Congratulations to the Revolt team and to your expansion. So moving on to our section where we showcase photos and videos from our YouTube subscribers and the EV community. The first one is from Prem Mani from Bengaluru. He sends his impressions on the Tata Nexon EV at an event organized by Tata Motors. So Rafe, what do you think what Prem Mani has to say?
Well, Amit, he was very impressed, and he's given us a short report. In his write-up, he mentions that he's extremely happy with the acceleration, 120 kilometers per hour, 0 to 120 in 13 seconds. And he says it could go faster. It's been capped at 120. He's very happy with the turning, with the braking, with the ABS system, with the EBD, electronic brake force distribution system, with the CSC, corner stability control system. And he is also very happy with the ample amount of boot space. So overall, he says it's a fantastic experience. He says that the app promises a lot more than the E2O app, but it did not work during the demo, so he cannot say for himself. And he finds that the cost of ownership, considering that they are giving you an 8-year warranty, is just fine for him. It's the best variant for him to buy would be the mid one. And that's basically what he says. It says the car has an overall 5-star safety rating. It feels sturdy. And once you get into the driver's seat, you totally forget that it's a different kind of car, electric or petrol or diesel. You just enjoy the ride. So that's his bit, what he said about it. We have a photo sent to us by the Revolt India group. This is the new battery that has been installed in the Revolt motorcycle. It looks like a made in India manufacturer. We are not sure what the manufacturer's name is yet, but here you go. Thank you, Revolt India group, for sending us this.
So next in I Have the Power section is a picture that is sent by Sayedji from Chennai. He's the founder of DSPAT Chennai, who are into making lithium ion battery packs, and he was traveling to Hyderabad and he got an Ola cab, and the Ola cab that picked him up was a Tata Nano Electric. This is what he told us. Traveled in Ola's electric Neo, one of the 4 at Hyderabad late last night from airport to the city. Except the hum of the AC, the other noise is the swishing of air from windows down. Hardly 2500 kilometers done on the ODO. Nice driver, looks for a gun to charge at airport and metro stations, he said.
So guys, imagine that you open up your Ola app and you book a cab, and the smallest cab that you can get is a Tata Nano, which is perfect because you are one person or 2 people who just want to travel from point A to point B within the city. This is a fantastic car for city travel. Wouldn't you like to have this kind of car available to you? As an individual user also, I would want to have a small car which I can use for in-city runabout, to go from point A to point B, to take a little bit of luggage and a person along with me, And this is the kind of car that one needs to see. But these large corporations, they are just not building this and just not giving it to the retail customer.
The next few pictures we've received are from Advait from Kozhikode in Kerala. We believe that the big queue of electric autos at charge MOD stations or charge mod stations they call it are a clear indication of an upcoming electric vehicle revolution. From 2019 in October 27, we had barely one customer and barely 5 EVs in Kozhikode. Today 20 Feb 20, there are 30 plus active customers and 40 plus customers, nearly 100 EVs in Kozhikode. E-Trio is being charged through level 1 charging system. It takes almost 3 hours for one full charge.
Well, that's awesome, Amit. To see that this guy is busy all the time means that his charge point will make him actual money. So far, if the point is lying idle, that's time being wasted and his charge point is not earning him money. But now that it's busy and there are more customers coming in, that will encourage him to set up more charge points and more people to take his example and set up more charge points, which is all the better for the entire EV ecosystem. So good going, Advait. We love what you've done and keep doing more of it.
We received some pictures from Nitin Bennett in Pune, and these pictures are of the purple electric bus, which are the first intercity electric buses being plied between Pune and Mumbai.
Well, Purple is a very big bus company, and for them to go electric is a godsend for us, because so far within the city we use our electric cars. Occasionally we take them outside, but now this will bridge that gap between short distance and long distance travels. Even within Mumbai and Pune, we can take electric mode of transport. Within the city, we have our E2Os which we drive around. So we'll be electric all the way. Awesome, Purple. Well done. Thanks, Nitin, for sending us that.
So the next picture we've received is from Anubhav Kundu from Kolkata. He spotted a Trio Yari in Madhyam Gram in West Bengal, and there are many E-Alpha e-rickshaws there as well.
Thanks, Anubhav, for sending us that. You've been a constant contributor to our groups and we find you very active. And this is a good thing to see that in Calcutta also we have low speed electric rickshaws. The Trio, as we showed you earlier, was a high speed version of it. The Trio Yari is a low speed one. So Mahindra's got that entire segment covered.
Karthik from Tirupur in Tamil Nadu has sent us pictures of his test drive, and where he has test driven all the 3 new entrants in the market, which is MG ZS EV, and he tested the Tata Nexon EV and the Hyundai Kona, and he found that MG ZS EV is much better than the Nexon and the Kona.
Karthik, thanks a lot for that. What really got my attention over there was the huge sunroof. You can actually see the entire blue sky, and hopefully with electric vehicles entering more and more into the consumer market, into the mainstream, we'll see the blue sky once again.
So next photos that we've received from Captain Sanjay in Gurgaon, and he has sent us Hero Electro e-bikes pictures at the Pizza Hut delivery center at Gurgaon.
Thanks, Captain. That's wonderful. It looks good for the branding of Pizza Hut as well, because these bikes look so good, so clean. There are no wires dangling anywhere, and these are actually cycles. So this insane cost savings that these guys must be having, like 0.2 units for 70 kilometers, that would be awesome. Thanks again for sharing, and we love watching things like this. So guys, I hope you loved watching all these fantastic photos and all these achievements of people all around India. And if you have something like this that you'd like to report about electric vehicles, some happening thing around your area where you are, please send it to us. The email address is given in the links below. It's support@pluginindia.com. Go ahead and we'll feature you next time in our I Have the Power section.
So moving on to our community charge point watch. The first one is from Suraj Fuel Injection Service. It is a workshop in the Miraj, and this business was opened as a community charge point by Mr. Samir Pongshe. Here you can actually charge 4-wheelers and 2-wheelers 7 days a week. So if you are in Miraj area, do visit Samir Pongshe.
So in our second community charge point watch, we have ZEV5 from Siliguri. Now these people have registered their business as a charge point on our Recharge India app, and if you happen to be in Siliguri, this is West Bengal's first electric vehicle rental service. which means you can actually try out an electric vehicle before you buy it if you wish. You can use it for short-term commutes, or if you're just visiting the city, you can have an electric vehicle which you can take around. Now, without going on much further, if you guys have a business that you'd like to list on our Recharge India app, do go ahead, use the Plug-in India email ID below and write us and send us your details, or you can directly use the app and add the community charge point over there, and the details will be sent to us, and in our next update you will see them on the app itself. So thank you guys.
Thank you so much for watching the Plug-in India show, and if you're still here, we would love to hear from you what you have to say about this show. We have managed to record this sitting away from each other, Rafi and me. And if you haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, please go ahead and do so, and you can also support us on Patreon. And thank you once again, and ice out and EV in.